Well, hello there guys, rereview here, and today, after finishing Overhorde, I am now just gonna play a fast playthrough of a game that I really like as a child, but this game is virtually unknown in the West. Probably some Castlevania fans would recognize this game as that weird 8-bit DLC guy after 8-bit Simon Belmont in a certain Castlevania game. And this game's name is Getsu Fuuma Den. When translated to English, that game's name could be translated as Getsu Fuuma Story. So the hero of the story is Getsu Fuuma, one of the 3 Fuuma brothers, and they just wanted to defeat this demon king, and 2 of his brothers have already been killed, and their wave swords, their Hadoukens, according to this fan translation, has also been lost. At least to the demons. So, the game is, I guess it could be considered to be like some sort of Metroidvania light. So that is the reason that I really liked this when I was a child, because it was really good. And unfortunately, I'm not really sure for the reason this game was did not get any more sequels. Defeat the dragon and take back your family's great Hadouken. No, the Hadouken is not the special move of Ryu. He is talking about the wave swords of the Fuuma family. So anyway, this game is a kinda like a sort of Castlevania style game with equipment and a sort of primitive level up system. So the goal is to defeat the dragon demon, and okay, so first, defeating that yellow colored thing is the money, it's GP, and getting that you could see the GP counter increase, and this blue thing is a soul. What it does is when you get it, you get a little bit of your life back. So anyway, there are I think 3 sections of the game typically. The map screen, the one similar to RPGs, but there's basically nearly nothing to do there except get to point A and point B, and like this. So we should be going on bottom, but I'll show you the reason why we don't go to the north. This is because, well, there is that wall, and we cannot break it till much later in the game. So let's go down. Let's go to the south. So what is the basic goal of the game? Well, the most basic thing is that you defeat 3 bosses, which if you defeat them, you get one of your brother's Hadouken swords. And when you have the 3 Hadouken swords, you can now go to the final level and finish the game. That is the most TLDR. But of course, the whole thing is a lot more complicated than that. Okay, besides that, let's explain the other stuff. Okay, we are on the map screen. There's not really much we can do here except go to this stuff to get some hints and suggestions. You have an odd sword. I saw one like it in a southern cave, so that is a hint to go south. Because that is the location of the the first sword that you can get in the storyline. Now this game has a bit of weirdness when it comes to jumping. The rules of the game is simply put, if you press the A button, you jump. So that means when you're actually walk on a pit or something and you're starting to fall down, even if you're literally in the air on that position, you can still jump. So I could press A here while walking left, I would still jump even when I'm falling down. So that's actually a semi-advanced tip, because there are certain bonuses in this game that could only achieve if you know that trick beforehand. If you don't, you'll just be confused on why is this 1-up in the bottomless pit that will kill you. And so, if you know that trick, you could actually get that 1-up without killing yourself, making the 1-up pointless, right? So, okay, let's proceed. So, when I say somewhat RPG mechanics, well, the explanation for that is, as you can see on the top corner, there is that sword bar. On these islands, you will find shops with new weapons. Okay, pretty obvious. Now, the sword bar on top, well, okay, as you can see, it's well, in reference to the life bar, the full is the red one, right? I mean, that's kind of obvious, but the sword part is actually how powerful your sword is. So that means the more you kill opponents, the more your sword bar fills up. And so the more filled up that sword bar is, the more powerful your basic sword strikes become. Which means, on much later parts of the playthrough, or much harder levels, a lot more enemies will not be killable in a single sword strike. So perhaps it kind of requires you to grind a little. But not really, because again, this game, besides our default sword, we could also purchase other weapons. So anyway, here's a shop here. And unfortunately, we only have 88 GP, and all these 3 items require 100. So, oh well, that's too bad. But, so we're gonna grind a bit for money. You know, I've been watching the AGDQs, and it has really given me a good insight to how to entertain people, but unfortunately I'm still stupidly boring when explaining stuff. So this is the best place to grind for money in this game. We have this ultra slow guys that takes like, I don't know, 11 hits? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, oh, 13 hits. But the good thing about that is, when you kill them and they drop GPs, they actually give you 100 GPs immediately. So what we're gonna do is get a few GP from there, maybe about 1000, and then I'm gonna go and buy an item that is absolutely needed in order to get our first extra weapon, and that is the war drum, according to the fan translation of this game. Oh wait, no, according to the Castlevania DLC with Getsu Fuuma as a character. Yeah, maybe not 1000, maybe 700 would be enough. Okay, so let's get that. Okay, 2 more. Ouch. I mean, that's a huge difference, right? You could see those snake monster. It just gave us 5 gold, and this guy, this ultra slow guy, gave us 100 GP. So, well, it's gonna save us a lot of time. But yeah, I'm just gonna get another 100 GP. Alright, so we're gonna go back and go to the store. Oh yeah, late. Okay, so when you post the map, you could see the item screen. You could see the Devil's Pass. It's gonna be self-explanatory later. The Wave Sword, the Hadouken Sword. And then we have attack items and defensive items. So once we get more, I'll try to explain one of them. So let's go to this shop in order to get some items. Now let's get this first. And then this one as well. We already have the potion, so unfortunately, okay, since we already have the 3 items, right? I did not buy the potion because you can only buy those things once. If you try to buy it today, the shopkeeper would say you already have it, I think. So anyway, so what does those items do? So yeah, I'll just use them, and perhaps I would be able to explain to you later. So they should be explanatory. There should be another, I think, another shop store here that is absolutely required to finish the game. And this is the one. The only unique one compared to the shop on the north. So let's leave. Now, okay, let's go back to the beginning. This is the first part of the game, the map screen. Nothing much to do here except going to levels or going to shops. And the second one is the action scenes, the side-scrolling scenes. So, well, this is where the most of the action takes place. And then the third one is the dungeon screens. Those are third-person dungeon segments. So anyway, okay, this one is the potion. This refills your life up to a point. I think it's about like 60%. Then this one is, as you can see, the green orb, and it kills every enemy on the screen. And then this third one is a barrier. Unfortunately, those items are single use, which means, unfortunately, once used, you have already wasted 100 gold, but at least I have been able to show you guys what those things do. Ouch. Okay, so here's the earlier part, which you can see we can't go through. So that is where that sword applies. That this item allows you to destroy walls. Ouch. So we have our first weapon, and as you can see, we are back to where we came from. So we're just gonna go back. So, okay, we have the first weapon. Well, besides this, but its purpose was just to destroy walls. It still uses our basic sword's attack power. So this is the war drum, and it uses a projectile and kills. Well, at least on this point, it is more powerful than our basic sword. So that's the point of it. It's a projectile that has range, and as of this moment, more powerful than our current basic weapon. So here's the catch in this game though. If you remember, I mentioned something about the sword power level. Which means, although you could keep using the war drums, the problem is, our sword will never get more powerful, and in the end, in the final part of the game, once you have gotten all the items, our basic weapon would actually still be the most powerful weapon in the game. Okay, since we got the war drum, we're going back to this, and we're gonna get the first Devil's Pass. What is... Okay, so now I'll explain the Devil's Pass later. Okay, so this is the first part where we get the first Devil's Pass. You want the pass, don't you? Then fight me, will you? Sure. Okay, so I'm gonna show you one of, on this game, one of the, I guess, glitches in this game. So the glitch is pretty simple to do. Attack, and then pause the game. Then use a secondary weapon like the war drum. Then, yeah, you get something like this. So somehow, I'm not sure how the glitch works totally, but the only explanation I could think about is perhaps since we post the game with our character's sword still in the attacking phase, which means it still has a hitbox upon hitting opponents. Yeah, he's angry, but whatever. So I think what it does is that our attacking hitbox is still active there, while we could still use the war drum. Like that. So, unfortunately, although perhaps if you are really focused on speedrunning this game, this would probably be more useful because, you know, the goal is not to maximize our sword level. You could just keep running, and then, well, it's a lot more easier that way. You don't need to attack. Of course, you kind of waste some seconds in trying to set up the glitch. But still though, I think it's generally faster. You don't need to attack. But the issue is, as far as I know, that trick does not increase our sword level, which means our basic sword will not level up. So anyway, since we're not doing it, let's buy some. Okay. So now, we have the first Devil's Pass. So what do we do with the Devil's Pass? Well, all of the wave swords are actually hidden in each boss, and that boss is hidden in certain islands. To access those islands, you need to have an equivalent Devil's Pass. So now we're going to the first island that accepts the Devil Pass that we just got. Okay, as you can see, same items, all the more expensive. So yeah, we're not gonna bother with that. Oh yeah, sorry, I made a boo-boo, but we're gonna go back to another level. Because I wanted to show you the second glitch that I know upon this game. Yeah, this guy is annoying, isn't it? Now, this is the second glitch that I know on this game. Now this door here, in normal gameplay, you should not be able to go inside this door because it requires a single wave sword in order to open that door. But there's a glitch in this game. You can actually access this door by just holding up, pressing start in order to pause the game, keep holding the up button, and press the start. Yeah. But unfortunately, in a weird sense, you still could not use this glitch in order to finish the game earlier because, well, you still need all 3 swords in a legit way anyway. So, besides, there's an even better glitch there that we could use later. But then, I'm just gonna try to show you the game, how to finish the game in a legit way, rather than use bugs and glitches to finish the game. You know, since this, I'm not planning to join any speedrun community, and I'm planning this to be a casual playthrough rather than a any percent playthrough. You know, seeing AGDQ runs and speedrunners in general had made me appreciate their ability to play while also, you know, playing their games in an unbelievable manner. So, big respect to them, in my opinion. Ouch. Oh, dumb. Oh well, I died. But still, this game has technically no game overs. If you run out of lives, there is a continuous screen, but as far as I know, you keep basically everything. Well, so yeah, if you don't use any of the items that could run out or used or not permanently usable, you could still, you know, there's virtually no penalty. Well, except halving your GP. So if you have 700 GP on a game over, once you continue, you'll have 350. So besides that, there's nothing much actually. There's not much penalty. Okay, maybe I should be more careful. Because I really don't want to die again and delay this playthrough anymore. Ouch. Oh, come on. So anyway, there should be no problems because if I remember correctly, in this part there should be a shop that gives free health refills. I think this is the one. Yep, you seek is near, but your quest is still long. Yep, so you could go back again and refill your HP. Okay, so we're done. Yeah, let's look at this shop. I wonder if we could still get more stuff that is not available in the other shops. Okay, there's this cloth. Now what it does is actually give you a few seconds of invincibility. So I guess in a weird sense, it is similar to, say, Super Mario Bros. Star power-up, but it does not... So okay, now this part is kind of similar to a Zelda 2. If you remember when you encounter enemies in Zelda 2 in the field, we end up on some sort of side-scroller, sorry, side-scroller that, you know, that is short. This thing is basically the same. Okay, for the AI of these guys, they're pretty simple. Although they basically try to catch us, but for some reason they only can move on the edge of their movement. So as you can see, I've manipulated them because they cannot actually turn around in the middle. They could only change directions once they have reached the absolute end of their path. Okay, we're now on the door to the first island. You need a devil's path. You have one. Go right in. Alright. Ouch. Okay, so now we are on the first island. And this is the place where we can get the first wave sword. Recommend you, hero. This island is cursed with the slain demon spirits. Don't go to the cursed cave. Ghosts eat people. Yeah? You know, this dialogue is still as awkward as Zelda 2. But if I remember correctly, the release date of this game and Zelda 2 isn't actually far from each other. So anyway, there's this like really weird thing and a red colored version of the thing we found earlier. So we're gonna buy those two. And I'll show you what those two items do. Okay. So now, okay, if you remember, the blue one kills enemies. And so this version is actually different. It's actually used differently. It is used for dungeons in this game. So since So technically, on side-scrolling fights, that thing is useless. But again, if you remember... Wait, did I do wrong? Why can't I find the blue one anymore? Yeah, so I used it? Huh. But at least I don't see any difference. Sorry for my... I'm not really a total master in this game. Still though, we have the third weapon, and according to the Castlevania game, this is called a bomb or a firecracker, depending on... Okay, let's get that. Okay, since we're gonna get that, let's use the potion. Since we're gonna get a new potion anyway. So again, similar to the idea, if we change to the firecracker, we get that. We get the automatic hitting enemies. Ouch. Uh-oh, I think we may have made a boo-boo. A really big boo-boo. Yeah, we did. So yeah, I'm sorry, but we may need to backtrack. I totally forgot an item, which is probably found in a shop south of us. So yeah, my apologies for that. So let's hurry it up. Yeah, I know, annoying, you know? That is a similar tactic of Metroidvania. You're locked in specific sections until you're able to get certain items. Similar to this game. Oh, come on. Just go away, man. Okay, that is a 1-up. Yep, looks like it. Yeah, okay. So, oh god, We need 700, 800, maybe 1050. God damn it. So, okay. I think this will be boring to you guys. So, I think it would be wise if I continue this playthrough, grind some money, and we'll get back on the playthrough of this game. So, anyway, we're gonna continue this playthrough of Getsu Fuuma for the family computer next time. So this is rereview. I hope you're enjoying this playthrough. If you did, you're welcome to press that like button and perhaps even subscribe to my channel. So, and as always, I hope that I will still see you guys in another video.